What's up, Royal Fam? Have you ever looked at Canva's editing tools and thought, what in the world do all these buttons do? Well, don't worry, I got you. In today's Canva 101 lesson, we're diving into Canva's editing tools and AI features so you can start transforming your photos like a pro, even if you're a complete beginner. Trust me, some of these tools are absolute game changers, and one of them has become one of my favorite Canva features. So grab your favorite drink, open Canva, and let's get into it. All right, let's jump in. I already have an image uploaded and ready to go. If you're not sure how to upload images or you're still learning the basics of Canva, make sure you check out Lesson 1 of my Canva 101 series. I'll have it linked below and on the end screen so you can watch it after this video. To access the editing tools, simply click on your image. Once you do that, a toolbar will appear at the top. Click Edit, and Canva will open the Edit Image panel on the left side of your screen. You'll see several sections here, including Tools, Style Match, Filters, Apps, and Shadows. Let's start with Style Match. Style Match is great when you want to completely change the look and feel of an image. Canva gives you several different styles to choose from. Let's test out Chrome. And just like that, Canva transforms the image. If you ever want to undo something, simply press Ctrl-Z on your keyboard. Now let's try another style. Let's go with pop art. See how fast that was? My personal favorite is watercolor. It gives images a really creative, artistic look. Now let's move down to filters. Filters are perfect when you're trying to create a specific mood or aesthetic for your image. As you can see, Canva gives you quite a few options. Let's try Heat Wave. The effect is applied instantly. You'll also notice Canva gives you a slider so you can adjust the intensity. If you don't like it, you can remove it with one click. Next, we have Apps. This section shows recommended editing apps and also gives you quick access to apps you've recently used. Now at the bottom, you'll see shadows. This is actually one of my most used features inside Canva, but we're going to save that for later. First, let's go back up and explore the Tools section. I'm going to delete this image and upload a fresh one so we can test everything out. Click on the image, then click the trash can icon. Now let's upload a new image. Once it's uploaded, click Tools and then click See All. You'll notice Canva gives us a lot of options here, so let's quickly go through them. The first option is Adjustments. One feature I use all the time is Auto Adjust. Let's click it and see what happens. As you can see, Canva automatically corrected the image by adjusting things like color, lighting, contrast, and more. If you don't like the results, simply scroll down and click Reset Adjustments to return the image to its original state. You can also manually adjust brightness, temperature, sharpness, and several other settings. Next, we have Upscale. This one is super simple. Click it, and Canva automatically increases the quality and resolution of your image. Next is Background Remover. Remember from our first lesson, whenever you see the little crown icon, that means it's a Canva Pro feature. Let's remove the background. Depending on the image, this usually takes around 30 seconds or less. Once it's done, click the settings icon and you'll see a restore option. If Canva accidentally removes something you wanted to keep, simply select Restore, adjust your brush size, and paint those areas back in. You can also reset everything and return to the original image. Now let's look at Magic Eraser. This tool allows you to remove unwanted objects from your images. You can use either the brush option or the click option. Which one I choose usually depends on what I'm trying to remove. Let's use the brush tool. I'm going to brush over this sign, and once it's selected, I'll click Erase. In just a few seconds, Canva removes it. Now, sometimes you may need to do a little cleanup afterward, depending on the image, but overall, it's a really useful tool. Next is Blur. I honestly haven't used this one much, so let's learn together. You can use a brush to blur specific areas, adjust the blur strength, and even blur the entire image. You also have a remove blur option that lets you bring certain areas back into focus. As you can see, if you blur the entire image and then remove blur from one section, that area stays sharp while everything else remains blurred. Next is Face Retouch. This tool works best on real photos of people. It helps smooth and enhance portraits, similar to the effects photographers use during editing. Now let's check out Magic Edit. This tool is really fun. You can edit an entire image or just select a specific object. Let's edit the entire image. I want to make it look like it's raining. I'll type that into the prompt box and click Generate. You'll also notice an Inspire Me button if you need ideas. This usually takes less than a minute. And there we go. Now we have a rainy day version of our image. If you don't like the result, you can generate again and try something different. Next is Image to Video. I grabbed another fresh image for this one. You can write your own custom motion prompt or let Canva decide by using the Smart option. Let's see what Canva comes up with on its own. Once the video is generated, you can regenerate it or undo the effect. Now, the background generator works very similarly to Magic Edit and Image to Video, so we're going to skip that one and keep moving. Make sure you stay until the end because my favorite Canva tool is coming up next, and it's one I use almost every day. Next is one of my favorites, Magic Expand. This tool comes in handy when you have an image that's too small and you need more space around it without stretching it. Personally, I think it works best when the image is centered and you're expanding multiple sides instead of only one side. You can choose freeform, full page, or a specific ratio. I usually use freeform. Simply drag the corners to the area you want to expand and click Generate. Canva will give you 4 different results. Take a look at each one and choose the version you like best. If you don't like any of them, just generate again. Once you're happy, click Done. And if Canva adds something strange, you can always remove it using tools like Magic Eraser or Magic Grab. Next, we have Magic Layers. This is a newer feature. Let's click it so you can see what it does. Canva breaks the image into separate layers. Now you can move objects around, duplicate them, delete them, and edit them independently while the background stays in place. Pretty cool, right? Now, let's look at another favorite of mine, Magic Grab. You can use either the brush or click option. I usually use click. This tool lets you select objects and move them, duplicate them, or delete them. I'm going to grab Nova and duplicate her. Next is Magic Text. This works very similarly to Magic Grab, except it's specifically designed for text. You'll notice a lot of Canva's AI tools work in very similar ways. So once you learn one, the others become much easier to understand. Now let's go back and look at shadows. This is where I create depth in my design so they don't look flat. Let's use my pink Nova image as an example. Canva gives you 7 different shadow styles to choose from. Each shadow has its own settings that you can adjust. You can change things like distance, transparency, blur, and even color on some shadow styles. This is one of my favorite ways to make images pop and stand out in a design. And that's it for today's Canva 101 lesson. Now you know what all those editing tools actually do and how to start using Canva's AI features to level up your designs. If you learned something new today, go ahead and show your girl some love by hitting that like button and hype button, subscribing to AI Royal Creations, and turning on notifications so you don't miss the next Canva 101 lesson. I'd also love to hear from you, so drop a comment below and let me know which Canva tool is your favorite and what you would like the next video to be. And if you're just getting started with Canva and want to watch the first lesson in this Canva 101 series, simply click the video on your screen right now and it'll take you straight there. Until next time, keep learning, keep creating, and keep reigning the AI royal way. Until next time, fam.